Hola América, mi nombre es Cristian y el día de hoy tenemos un invitado de lujo. Se trata del canal holandés Football-oranje, que analizará el partido entre Ecuador y Holanda. Así que pónganse cómodos que esto es rock and roll. ¡Empezamos! ¿Cansado de descargar virus por buscar un partido? Tranquilo crack, he venido a salvarte. ¿Sabías que en OneFootball prácticamente todos los meses están adquiriendo nuevos derechos de transmisión de ligas y campeonatos de fútbol? Sí, tienen derechos de ligas internacionales para ver partidos en vivo y en directo, en HD y como nos gusta, totalmente gratis. Además, puedes encontrar toda la información sobre tus equipos favoritos, noticias, resultados, tabla de posiciones y mucho más. Descárgala gratis desde el link que está en la descripción del video. Hola a todos, como ya sabrán, la Tri y la Naranja Mecánica se verán las caras en el Mundial de Qatar. Por ello, el equipo de Rock and Roll invitó al canal holandés Football-oranje, el cual pueden suscribirse, dejaré el link en la descripción. El mismo que nos trae su análisis del grupo A, lo que conocen de Ecuador, jugadores peligrosos y finalmente su pronóstico del partido, los que pasan de grupo y cuál cree que será la gran final. Todo esto traducido por mi pana Ricardo Bravo. Un saludo hasta el Manso Guayas. ¿Cómo piensan que ven a la Tri desde Holanda? Vamos a ver.
Hi, it's Michael Statham here, Football-oranje. I'm going to be answering some questions for you to do with the Netherlands at the World Cup. My analysis of Group A, Ecuador, Qatar and Senegal. Three teams who I think the Netherlands were relatively pleased to get out of the draw. Obviously, we're early stages at the moment, so my answers are difficult to give a complex answer to because we are half a year away from the World Cup. But my first thoughts are that Qatar and Ecuador will be the two weaker sides in the group, but by any means, they can beat the Netherlands in their day, I'm sure. I'll talk about that in a minute. And Senegal are going to be the team, I think, with the Netherlands challenging at the top of that group. And the match between the two teams will be the most competitive of the group stages. In terms of what I know already about Ecuador, I don't know a lot. I don't think many European football fans do know a lot of the players because so many seem to play in North and South America. I think any team that gets to the World Cup is going to be tricky for the Netherlands, though I must say that trying to get past Ecuador and Qatar won't be quite as tricky as some of the other teams they could have drawn from that group stage draw. 5-3-2 at the moment. Louis van Gaal is a manager and he has chosen to go down this route of playing 5 at the back, which previous manager Frank de Boer was criticised heavily for when he did it at the Euro 2020. The difference now is Van Gaal has recognised that de Boer had some things that went well with that formation and some things that he'll need to tweak. Van Gaal is a much better manager tactically and with man management than de Boer, so he's likely to take the good things from what de Boer tried with the side, but also adding in his own magic. I'll say that the most dangerous players in the Netherlands, got to look at Memphis Depay, striker. He's going to score some goals, I think, at the World Cup again, but he has been criticised a little bit himself lately, so he'll want to be on his best form by the time the World Cup comes around. Of course, you've got his Barcelona teammate Frenkie de Jong in midfield, absolute wizard of a midfielder with what he can do on the ball. And finally, I think everyone knows Virgil van Dijk, big centre-back who is just massive for the Dutch national side. So it's like the Netherlands have got a very good core of the side. They'll be the most dangerous players. In terms of dangerous players for Ecuador, I'd say that there aren't many that European football fans know. There are some players, if you look at the Wikipedia page, you say, oh, I know that name, I know this name. But I'm sure that the Netherlands do a much better scouting job than I have done of your side, which makes them a bit of a surprise package, I suppose. The fact that there aren't many big names in that side at the European team top sides. Europe is one step above South America at the national and team level. You've always got the likes of Brazil and Argentina representing South America later into the tournament. And I can see something similar happen again. Maybe they'll get to the quarterfinals and then European teams normally make the final, don't they? So it's up to different teams around the world to try and prove that they can take on the likes of France and Germany when it comes to the last stage of the World Cup. It's tricky for me to say what the surprise and disappointments will be at this early stage in preparation for the World Cup. What I would say though is I do think the Netherlands will do really well at this tournament, but that might just be my my love for the Netherlands talking here. So if I were to recommend to somebody how to beat the Netherlands, their downsides, the defects, I think the main thing at the moment which is causing the Netherlands some problems is Daley Blind has been caught out defensively several times. The former Manchester United player now playing for Ajax. His dad is actually one of the assistant coaches of the national side, Daley Blind, and it's almost no wonder that Daley Blind seems to get into the side every single time, despite the mistakes he makes. Blind is excellent on the ball. He is the same for Ajax. He's brilliant on the ball in the build-up play. But is it worth having him for all the mistakes that he gives you defensively? Because of Blind, I think the Netherlands have conceded a few goals lately. He plays either as a left-back or a centre-back. I think his height is a problem when it comes to crosses coming in, and his pace also when he gets caught out of full-back. So that's one thing that I'd say to the Ecuador national team coach. That's probably how you're going to get past the Netherlands at the moment. But I think it might be looked at before the tournament starts, because it is a problem. The Netherlands have got some very good defenders, so why not sort out the issue with someone who can play even better? So the Netherlands, I think at the moment it has to be the Netherlands, but I may change my mind close to the tournament. At the moment, I can see the Netherlands and Senegal getting through to the round of 16. I've answered that question already with Ecuador. I think they won't be getting through that group stage. You've got Qatar, who are the hosts, may help them a bit more, trying to get past Ecuador to finish second or third, perhaps. In my opinion, it will be Netherlands and Senegal that finish first and second, and it's going to be tricky to see which one finishes first or second in that group. And then how far the Netherlands go? Well, I guess my answer to your final question, who will be in the final? I will go with the Netherlands. That'll be my surprise prediction. The Netherlands get to the final, and as for who joins them, well, I'm going to have to give you a boring answer for that, and I don't know yet. It's early to say, but I won't be surprised to see Germany, rejuvenated, going really far in the tournament again, as they always do. Thanks for having me. My name is Michael Statham, and you can find me on Football-oranje, which is a Dutch football website in the English language, but we also do YouTube, Twitter, and much more besides. Come and check us out.
Antes de finalizar, quiero que me escriban en los comentarios. Para ustedes, ¿quiénes pasan octavos de final del grupo A? Comenten, los estaré leyendo a todos y agradecerle a Football-oranje, al cual pueden seguir en su canal, dejaré el link en la descripción. Y ya saben que si les gusta nuestro contenido, no olviden suscribirse. Yo soy Cristian Aguilar, conmigo hasta la próxima. Gracias totales.